Hey guys, welcome back to episode 3 of The Dive here at Maher Media. Today we're going to be switching it up a little bit and taking a look at 2024 draft eligible prospect Carter Yakemchuk. Yakemchuk is a 6'3" defenseman and weighs in at about 200 pounds. For reference, that's about the same stature as recently extended defenseman Adam Yinning. So, Yakemchuk hardly lacks the size to cut it as an NHL D-man. Yakemchuk spent this past year in the Western Hockey League playing for the Calgary Hitmen, a team that struggled to do much of anything this season. However, Yakemchuk had an extremely impressive showing, notching 30 goals and 41 assists in 66 games played. Those 30 goals, by the way, were the most by any defenseman in the WHL this season. So, it's safe to say that Yakemchuk was one of the sole bright spots for Calgary this year. Still, this was Yakemchuk's third season in the WHL, so this improvement was hardly unexpected. Nonetheless, he's still only 18 years old, so although some people would like to discredit his accomplishments, being an over a point per game defenseman as a teenager in any league, under any circumstance, is not to be scoffed at. This is only more impressive, in my opinion, considering how much Calgary struggled this year. Yakemchuk also plays with a nastiness that Flyers fans would be sure to appreciate. Over the course of the 2023-24 season, Yakemchuk racked up a jaw-dropping 120 penalty minutes. These penalties included retaliatory cross-checks, some uncharitable hits from behind, and a few heavyweight bouts. On October 10th, Yakemchuk found himself in quite the situation with Harper Lolliker, who was playing for Moose Jaw at the time. After clearing a puck along the boards in the first period, Yakemchuk took the liberty to deck Lolliker up high. In the ensuing fight, Yakemchuk ragged out the 19-year-old forward and made quick work of him with a powerful takedown. So, in a metropolitan division with guys like Matt Rempe and Mathieu Olivier, Yakemchuk could provide the physicality and toughness to protect future stars like Matvei Michkov. Of course, there's more to Yakemchuk's game than his penalties, though. In all honesty, it would probably be in his best interest to cut down on his time in the box anyways. First of all, Yakemchuk is a right-handed shooting defenseman, which is a commodity to be had in the NHL. Need we look any further than the massive contract that Vancouver's Filip Hronek just inked? With all due respect, Hronek likely wouldn't have gotten that kind of money playing on the left side. Beyond size and a right-handed shot, Yakemchuk brings a wide variety of intangibles that many GMs look for. The Alberta native is certainly an above-average skater for a player of his size and does really well on his edges. Additionally, Yakemchuk showed flashes of offensive creativity this season, likely thanks to being on an underperforming Calgary squad. His hands are nothing to scoff at either. In a game against the Edmonton Oil Kings this past season, Yakemchuk put the world on notice when he scored an absolutely filthy backhander in tight with goaltender. In all honesty, I'm not sure what else the goalie could do in that situation. Yakemchuk had the puck on a string. The kid has decent cross-ice vision to pair with a booming shot from the point. He's not all offense, however. Yakemchuk is an above-average defender and never shies away from a puck battle. He has a long reach and usually finds himself in the right spots on defense. Overall, Yakemchuk brings a fairly well-rounded skill set to the table. The risk-reward ratio for Yakemchuk seems favorable. Some scouts are drawing comparisons to Brent Burns or Damon Severson. If all goes to plan, Yakemchuk could be a top-pair, all-star caliber defenseman who pairs a well-rounded offensive instinct with above-average defense. There are some ways for Yakemchuk to improve defensively that shouldn't be too tough of a problem for Brad Shaw and company to iron out. Yakemchuk is ranked as high as 5th on some draft boards, but many scouts anticipate the young defenseman to go between picks 8 and 12. However, his popularity has been growing in league circles. Still, it's definitely not out of question that Yakemchuk would be there when Briner steps up to the podium on draft day. Reports from the Combine seem to believe that Flyers scouts are zeroing in on Yakemchuk, no doubt believing he has top pair potential. Given the holes on this roster, drafting Yakemchuk would make perfect sense. The style of play, the size, and the name all point to a guy that would bleed orange and black should he be selected by Philadelphia.